So in Erikson's fifth stage of development, identity versus role confusion, this occurs during ages 12 to 18. Children search for a sense of self and self-identity. They develop their personality, their beliefs, their goals, their values. These are all things that happen during this period. It marks a transition from childhood to adulthood, and they begin to really want to be independent, but also want to feel like they belong to a society. They begin to look forward to the future through career choices, relationships, and building families. This stage is heightened in regards to sexual identity forming and occupational desires. Failure to develop an identity during this time of the stage leads to an identity crisis and then becomes role confusion. This can lead to despair, difficulty, like a difficult lifestyle, or even a rebellious child, like teen angstiness. So in my life, in middle school, all the girls around me seemed very much more sexually mature and were wearing very short dresses around 13, 14. A lot of them wore a lot of makeup. They drank coffee while riding their bike to school, and they gossiped a lot, but I was never involved in that. I just wanted to play and have fun with my handful of friends. I did have a lower sense of confidence in this time because I had really bad acne, and I was gaining a little bit of weight. My hair wasn't kept, and I really started noticing my physical features and started to take a little bit more note in that. I didn't have any hormonal outlashes during this time. I was very quiet when I got mad. I would bottle it up. I'd go to my room, I'd cool off, and then I'd come back and apologize to my parents if we were arguing or anything like that. At around 15, some of my close girlfriends started to have an interest in boys, so soon I did too. I think I wanted a boyfriend just to fit in with everyone else, not so much have a boyfriend to be sexual or anything like that. I just wanted someone to go and do stuff with. I didn't really get sexual till later in life. I loved to go out with my parents, whether we went shopping or to the movies to just hang out or even do dinner. I was very close to them and I had a lot of fun going out with them. I didn't want to distance myself from them. Even later in this stage, I still was pretty close to them. At around 12 to 15, my motto was basically whatever. Nothing really bothered me. I kind of just wanted to have fun. But in high school, I started to blossom in many different ways. My acne was clearing up. I started getting more involved in sports and clubs. I wanted a job, and I kind of started to gain more independence from my parents during this part of the stage. At 17, I started to date my first boyfriend. He was a little bit older than me, and I remember trying to hide that from my parents, but really that was the only rebellious thing that I did in this time of my life. I guess a counselor in this state of my life could help me work to get out of my shell more. I was very inward. I didn't go out as much. I was very independent, but I was also very clingy to those 4 or 5 friends that I did have. When I started dating my first boyfriend, it was all about him and me together. I kind of pushed my friends away, and I could have used a counselor to kind of try to keep multiple relationships in my life and not just one. I think that still lingers today, and I think I could become less obsessive of just my best friend, one friend at a time, or my boyfriend at a time. So yeah, that was pretty much my phase of Erikson's.